Hi, this is P.S. Montgomery. I'm coming to talk about something I've been seeing online, but I am only seeing one person talk about this, and I think more people need to talk about this because then it would make it even more serious. I saw a video on yesterday of a guy on TikTok telling people to stop talking garbage about the cartel, because apparently people on TikTok are making videos saying, fuck you, cartel. You're not going to touch me. You won't touch anybody. You're not as bad as you think you all are. Kiss my ass, cartel, or I want to see you try it. And so this guy is telling these people, you don't know what you're doing when you are making videos like this, because the cartel, they are no one that you want to mess with. But people are not taking heed to his message, and they are still making videos saying, fuck you, cartel, come after me, cartel, you won't, you're a bunch of punk ass bitches and all of these things like that. And I read today how there are fears of a new super cartel, as Mexico's most violent gangs have decided to make a terrifying alliance. Now, I want to say this, people. There are movies like Casino and Goodfellas and The Godfather, and there are, other films that are portraying the mafia. And you see the badass characters played by Joe Pesci and Robert De Niro, and you're thinking, hey, I can do that. I can be just like that. I want to be like I think his name was Nicky Santoro, or Nicky Santoro, I believe it's pronounced, or, Vito Corleone. You don't realize that the mafia is nothing compared to the cartel. The mafia, now, let me say this. The mafia, they are dangerous as well. They are dangerous too now, but they're nothing compared to the cartel. Because the cartel, they take torture and death to a whole other level. You won't even find Joe Pesci going up against the cartel. You won't find Quentin Tarantino going up against the cartel. You won't find Robert De Niro going up against the cartel. There is a guy on YouTube, but I can't think of his name. He's a former mafia member, and he has a YouTube channel. You won't even find him going up against the cartel, because the cartel, they are the stuff of nightmares. All of you all making videos talking ill will against the cartel, I'm here to tell you that's not the flex that you think it is. Because, see, you're making these videos because you're an American. And you're thinking, hey, I got my rights, my goddamn rights. I'm a goddamn American. And you're thinking that you can't be touched. But you fail to realize that the cartel doesn't give a shit if you are an American or not. If they make you a target, they are not going to stop until they get you. And if you don't think that they can find out where you are, think again, they can. They will find out where you live, where you work, what kind of car you drive, what type of underwear you're wearing. They'll find out all of that information, and they will find you, and they're not going to just kill you by stabbing you, shooting you. No. They're going to use such torture methods as putting you in boiling acid, ripping the skin and the flesh off your body, and making you eat it raw. Taking a kitchen knife and slowly, and I do mean slowly, chopping your head off. Or no, not chopping your head off, slicing your head off. That's what they will do. And they won't only do it to you, they'll do it to your family members, including your children. While I have a newborn, they will kill your newborn too. They will take a knife and stab it right in your newborn's eye. If you don't think that the cartel are like this, think again. There is a YouTube channel, and I can't think of the name of the YouTube channel right now, but this YouTube channel brings forth videos telling about the torture methods that the cartel uses. And oh my universe, every video I have seen, they have all given me nightmares. The cartel are nothing to play with. And you're thinking, well, I can say this because I have my rights, freedom of speech. Do you think the cartel gives a damn about rights or freedom of speech? The police officers in America, every single cop, they are afraid of the cartel. Trump is afraid of the cartel. The U.S. Secret Service, they are afraid of the cartel. The CIA, the FBI, they are afraid of the cartel. Klaus Schwab, big bad Klaus Schwab is afraid of the cartel. Everyone is afraid of the cartel because the cartel supersedes law enforcement, the governments of the entire world. And you're thinking, oh, you're just, you're over dramatizing. No, I'm not. No, I am not. You do not want to make videos dissing the cartel because it will end badly for you. And when it ends badly for you, Trump and the government, the Democrats and the Republicans, they're not going to be there for you. Oh, well, it's okay because I know I can just call on my government, the FBI, and they're going to help me. They're going to protect me. Oh, hell no, they're not. Because the first thing that they're going to say is, well, they should have been making these comments. No, we're not getting involved in that. No, let them handle it on their own. They're not going to get involved. They're not going to do it. Putin is afraid of the cartel. As bad as Putin claims to be. I think it's the president of North Korea. He's afraid of the cartel as bad as he is. Because the cartel is something it's an entity that you don't want to mess with. So I am telling all of you all out there making videos dissing the cartel, you better stop. You're thinking this guy who told you to stop is lying and, he's just scared. I would be too. I'm scared of the cartel. I am definitely scared of the cartel. Oh, hell yes. Because I do not want to be put in ASIC. Okay? I do not want to be put in ASIC. Hell yes, I'm afraid of the cartel. Anyone who has a brain would be. So I am telling all of you all, you better stop making these videos dissing the cartel because it's not the flex that you think it is. And here, I will even say this, as bad as Suge Knight is, he won't go up against the cartel. The Bloods and the Crips, as bad as they are, they're not going to go up against the cartel. Oh, hell no. The Rolling 60s are not going to go up against the cartel. You really need to stop this, I'm telling you, because you are putting a death target on your back. And really, it's not even a death target, it's a torture death target. You're putting it on your back and on the backs of your family members. This is why, and she'll never admit it, no. But the one who killed Selena, I bet you, ever since she was denied parole, I bet you $5 million she has said to herself, I'm so glad I did not make parole. Because the cartel, they have said, the minute she gets out of prison, we're coming for her. And they're not going to come for her just by shooting or stabbing her. Oh, they're going to torture her. Especially knowing that they killed Selena, someone that they look up to and they revere. Oh, they're going to, oh my God, oof. It's going to be worse than what we saw happen to Joe Pesci's character, and I think it's Nick Santoro, in Casino. It's going to be worse than that. So I'm telling you all, you better stop this. You know you're not bad. You know that you can't take on the cartel. If the cartel members were to come knocking on your door right now, you know damn well you would piss yourself. You know you would. And if you're thinking, well, I got my guns, and I'll use my gun as a goddamn American, you think you're going to take out the 1 million member cartel? Because the cartel members are in the millions. You kill one, you have to kill all of the 1 million other members. There's no way in hell you can do that. No way. The Ku Klux Klan aren't even anything compared to the cartel. The neo-Nazis aren't anything compared to the cartel. So I am telling you, you better stop, people. You better stop, because you're going to get yourselves killed. You know, I don't know if this is some kind of new TikTok challenge. Hey, the new TikTok challenge is let's say fuck the cartel. I don't know if that's what's going on, but I'm telling you, this is a challenge that you should not do. Leave them alone. And also on top of that, you should really watch how you talk to Latinos, Hispanics, and Mexicans, because a lot of these cartel members, they got everyday jobs. They work at the coffee shop. They work here. They work there. And so you decide to say, oh, y'all, fuck you, Jose. And Jose is a cartel member. Okay. All right, I'm going to get that bitch. I'm going to get that motherfucker. Excuse my language. And then they find out everything about you, where you are, and they coming to get you. You should really be careful about the things that you say to and about people, because you don't know exactly if the things that you're saying to and about people are things that's going to get you killed or not. You don't know. There was a guy, it was a young guy, and he was on social media in an argument with an older guy. And this young guy was talking all types of things. Oh, fuck you, man. Oh, kiss my ass. Oh, you got a small dick. And you can't even please your woman. All of this to this older guy. The younger guy had no idea that this older guy would find his address and come straight to him. And the older guy did. Found his address, went straight to him. And I think either he knocked on the door or he sat and waited until the young guy came out. When the young guy came out, that older guy, his body was like the holes inside of Swiss cheese. That older guy riddled him with bullets. It was almost on the level of Tony Montana. You see? Because the young guy thought, hey, I'm behind a computer screen. I can talk shit. Never had any idea that older guy would find his address and go to him and deal with him. See, this is why you have to be careful about the things you say to people online. The things that you say to groups or about groups online, because you never know. It could come back. It could come back. I will also add this. There was this white girl, and she decided to get into it with a black woman, thinking, oh, hey, I can talk shit about this black woman. She's not going to do anything to me. Well, the black woman got in contact with her ancestors via hoodoo and voodoo. And the black woman got in contact with one of the ancestors named Papa Legba. And through her getting in contact with Papa Legba, that same white girl who was talking shit about that black girl, she ended up dead. Mysteriously. Nobody knows how she died, but she died. And of course, the black woman, she knows exactly how she died, because she fucked around and found out. And this is why I say you should be careful, not only about the cartel, but about anyone. You really need to be careful about the things that you say negatively about people and to people online, because you never know. Someone says something negative about me online, and if I'm able to see them, all I have to do is just take a screenshot of their face, and I could put on a spell. I could put a spell on them that could make them die. Oh yes, I have that ability. I have that ability to do that. See, this is why I say you have to really be careful. You know, a lot of people, they're going back and forth in arguments on social media with people, and you never know where people's minds are. Now, I will say this. I would never do that, though. I would never do that, because I don't care what you say about me online, as long as you don't say it to my face. So I wouldn't care. But someone would. You could get into an argument with someone online, if that person that you're getting in an argument with, and you're saying, fuck you, yo, kiss my ass, you bitch. And you're saying that to that person online, that person could take your picture or take your video and just, they could do the strongest hex on you that could make you, go through absolute hell. I will also mention this. There was this story, I think his name is Christopher Case. I think that's his name. And he went to dinner with this one woman, And this one woman, she wanted him. She really wanted it, but he wasn't interested. He was just there to talk about music and art. And so because he spurned her advances, what she did was somehow, some way, and it had to have been through her collecting some kind of DNA on him, or maybe seeing his picture or what have you. What she did was she put a hex on him, a witchcraft hex on him. And for several days, this man went through unholy hell. I mean, he couldn't sleep. He couldn't eat. I mean, it was just nightmares for days and nights until finally the hex killed him. This is what I'm saying. People, you really need to think twice before you talk shit about people to people online. And the same goes with these groups, these gangs. Even though the Crips and the Bloods and the Rolling 60s, they're not as bad as the cartel, but damn it, I wouldn't talk about them either, because they'll run up on you too. And don't get it twisted, they'll run up on you too. There's no way in hell I would get on social media and say, fuck the Bloods, fuck the Crips, fuck everything. No, hell no, because they'll run up on you too. They won't run up on you as bad as the cartel will, but they will. The same thing with the mafia. Don't think, oh, well, I saw one guy who is a former mafia member, and he has a YouTube channel. He said the mafia is no more. That's a damn lie. The mafia is still around, honey. Oh, yes, they're still around. You talk shit about the mafia and see, won't they come and pay you a visit? They won't pay you a visit that will be as harsh as the cartel will, but they will do it. So think before you speak on social media. And even in the comment sections of these social media sites, think. Because you could say the wrong thing to someone and it could cost you your life. You could say the wrong thing about a group and it could cost you your life. It could cost you your life. You better start thinking. If someone gets in an argument with you, just ignore it. Block them. That's all. Just block them. Because you get in an argument with someone today and by tomorrow you could be dead. Stop talking about these gangs. If you don't agree with what they're doing, fine. You don't agree, but don't criticize them publicly. And it's bad that we have to be in a type of country where we have to be that way. But unfortunately, this is the way this country, not only this country, this whole world is. So keep their names out of your mouths. Because you can talk about them all you want. They're never going away. Just because you verbally say, I can't believe that they're doing this, that, and the third, that doesn't mean they're going away. So what is the point? So stop talking negatively about these gangs and these groups, because it's going to get you killed. And be careful about who you get in arguments with. Really, you shouldn't get in an argument with anyone. You shouldn't be insulting anyone, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, especially now, they are at a point where it's, okay, fuck this shit. I have nothing to lose. I'm going to go find this fucker. I'm going to find him. I'm going to kill him. They're at that point. They have nothing to lose. They will do it. You have a lot of people who work jobs every day and knowing they have spent years in a mental hospital and were released and found work. You don't know. And just because they were released from the mental hospital and now they have found work, they could still be mentally unstable. And you sit up there and you get an argument with them and they snap back to their insanity and they go in to kill you. You really need to stop this. All of you all. Young, old, black, and white. You need to stop this. Because if you are getting this type of mindset from these government people like Trump and all that, Trump is so fake when he talks about these groups and all of this, and he is faking that shit. Trump couldn't last 5 seconds in the room with the Bloods, the Crips, the Mafia, the cartel. He couldn't last 5 seconds in the room with any of those groups. So I'm telling you, you all better stop this stuff. I'm telling you this. Know where fantasy ends and reality begins. This stuff that you're seeing on television and Tony with Scarface and Goodfellas and Casino, these are actors, people. These are actors. Joe Pesci don't walk around like that, because Joe Pesci would get his ass whooped. None of those people act like that in real life. Why? It's because when they were in those films, they were playing a role. I will say this as well, and then I'm going to be done. There was a guy on TikTok who decided to embody the essence of Tony Montana, and I think you all know him. He went by the name of Gen Kid, and he was on Tony Montana, and who do I trust, and all of those stuff, and it landed him. Him trying to embody Tony Montana landed his ass in prison for life. Trying to pretend like he was Tony Montana because that's what he saw in the movie. You better wake up and smell the coffee. You know. Think before you say anything on social media. Think before you do anything on social media, because what you do, what you say, it can end badly for you. And I will end with this. If you think that the Mafia and the Bloods and the Crips and the Rolling 60s and I think there's another group, I don't know what it's called. I can't. Hell's Angels. Oh, yes. Thank you. My friend over here told me Hell's Angels. If you think, you know, they're not as bad. And I know because Sons of Anarchy made Hell's Angels look cool. That's TV. That is television. If you think that they're not as bad as they claim to be, because I mean, I saw the film Mickey Blue Eyes, and you know, the Mafia can't be as bad. Get in front of the Mafia. Get in front of the Mafia and say, you know, fuck you, Mafia, you little Italian ass motherfuckers. Do that. And I guarantee you, by the time you count to 10, you'll be dead. The same thing with the Bloods. The same thing with the Crips. And so if it's like that with them, you better damn be sure it's like that with the cartel. Except with the cartel, you don't have to count from 1 to 10, because by the time you get to 1, you're going to be an asset. you're going to be an asset, okay? So stop, people. Stop and think about what you're saying online and what you're doing online before you do it. It is no longer safe to get in arguments with people anymore. It is no longer safe to sit up there and insult other people online when you don't know their mindset. And it has never been safe, and it still isn't safe to criticize these gangs and these criminal organizations. It is not safe. So take what that guy said on TikTok as gospel. Take what I said as gospel, because if you don't, we'll be hearing all about you, either on the news or on that YouTube channel that talks about the many murders that the cartel have done. So this is what I wanted to say. To the cartel, I love you. I think you all are doing great work. Keep up the great work. You won't find an enemy here. You know, I love you all to death. The same thing with the mafia. The same thing with the Mafia and the Bloods and the Crips. Keep up the great work. I love you. I'm a fan here. You know, so there's no problems here. Yes, I will suck up and say that. Yes. So this is what I wanted to say. Thank you all for listening. Until next time.